Namaste my dear students. In the previous class, we studied some concepts based on the slope of a straight line. Okay, so there we studied a perpendicularity condition. That means suppose the two lines are perpendicular to each other, then their slopes, then the product of their slopes is equal to -1. Okay, that means two lines are perpendicular if and only if product of their slopes is equal to -1. Okay, so that we studied, and also we studied the angle between the two straight lines. We derived the formula as tan theta is equal to m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 into m2. Okay, we take modulus if theta is acute. Okay, and we have to get one more angle, that is pi, because always when the two lines intersect, then we get two adjacent angles. Okay, so theta is acute, then pi is obtuse. If theta is obtuse, then pi is acute. Okay, we have to and also we solve some problems based on that concepts which we studied. Now one particular concept we have to consider, that is collinearity of 3 points. Okay, already we know that suppose 3 points A, B and C are collinear, then the area of the triangle ABC is equal to 0. But using slopes of the line, okay, we have to consider the collinearity. That means suppose we have the 3 points A, B and C. Okay, 3 points A, B, C collinear adre, what about their slope? That you have to consider. Okay, so here we take this line, here the point A, and we take here point B, and here point C. We know that. Okay, here we know that the 3 points A, B, C collinear. Collinear means what? The 3 points lie on a line. Okay, what about their slope? Okay, you know that if any two lines are parallel, then their slopes are equal. Correct? ಯಾವುದೇ ಎರಡು ಲೈನ್ ಸಮಾನಾಂತರವಾಗಿದ್ರೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಎರಡು ಲೈನ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಸೊ if any two lines are parallel, then slopes are equal, and if any two lines are parallel which passes to the common point, okay, which passes to the common point, okay, then the lines must coincide. Okay, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಎರಡು ಸಮಾನಾಂತರವಾದ ರೇಖೆಗಳು, parallel lines never pass through a common point. That we studied in the your lower classes ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಎರಡು parallel ಲೈನ್ಗಳು ಒಂದು ಕಾಮನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು parallel ಲೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಎರಡು ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಲೈನ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನರ್ಥ? ಆ ಎರಡು ಲೈನ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಬಿ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಿ ಸಿ. ಓಕೆ, suppose any two lines, this is nothing but collinearity of 3 points. Collinearity of 3 points. Okay, suppose any two lines are parallel, then their slopes are equal. Okay, if two parallel lines pass through a common point, then they must coincide. Thus the 3 points A, B and C are collinear then slope of AB is equal to slope of BC. One point should be common. Okay, this is how we get slope of AB is equal to slope of BC. So one point must be common, AB and BC, like that we can take. Okay, so this is about the collinearity of 3 points. Okay, so now we continue with some problems, okay, of the same exercise. Exercise 10.1. We have some different types of problems. Yesterday, that means in the previous class, we solved some problems. Now we take some more problems. Okay, so next you take the problem. Find the distance. Okay, find the distance between P of x1 comma y1 and Q of x2 comma y2 when first one PQ is parallel to the y-axis. Okay, PQ is parallel to the y-axis, and second one PQ is parallel to x-axis. Okay, PQ is parallel to the x-axis. Okay, so you have to find the distance between the 2 points. Okay, distance between the 2 points P of x1 comma y1 and Q of x2 comma y2 when first one PQ is parallel to y-axis and PQ is parallel to the x-axis. Okay, suppose any line parallel to the y-axis, any line which is parallel to y-axis. Okay, suppose we have like this. See, any line which is parallel to y-axis means this is y-axis, so this is of the form like this. Okay, so we take a point P of x1 comma y1 and here P of x2 comma y2. Okay, here this is same. See, if a line is parallel to y-axis means this x coordinates are equal. That means if PQ is parallel to y-axis, then x1 is equal to x2. You have to find this distance. We can use what? Distance formula, because x1 is equal to x2. Then you are getting x2 minus x1 is equal to 0. That method you can use. Or here, when we take the geometrical picture here, that is in geometrical way we take, then you can directly take this distance. Sorry, this is Q. PQ. PQ is nothing but y2 minus y1. Okay, so either you can use the distance formula directly. Okay, that means see, PQ is parallel to y-axis. Okay, here P is x1 comma y1 and Q is x2 comma y2. So PQ is parallel to y-axis. That implies x1 is equal to x2. Okay, so therefore PQ is equal to, if you use this distance formula, then you get x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay, so that is nothing but here this is 0 square, because you know that x1 is equal to x2 and this is y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay, you have to take the square root. Okay, that means 0 square is 0. Here we are getting y2 minus y1 whole square. Here square and square root cancel, but you have to take modulus of y2 minus y1. Okay, because here the order is not given whether y1 is greater than y2 or y2 is greater than y1, that is not given. So we have to take modulus of y2 minus y1. Okay, similarly, suppose PQ is parallel to x-axis. Okay, PQ is parallel to x-axis. See, we can direct method also we can use here, because you know that this distance you have to find. Suppose we have this point as m, then PQ is nothing but this mq minus mp, correct? So that is y2 minus y1, but the order is not known, so we take modulus. Here also we here line is parallel now, parallel to which x-axis? Parallel to x-axis. Okay, so here this line is parallel, so we take here p of x1 comma y1 and here q of x2 comma y2. When a line is parallel to x-axis, then what you have? Y coordinates are equal. That means y1 is equal to y2. Okay, so second one, PQ is parallel to x-axis, therefore y1 is equal to y2. See, using a diagram, if you use a diagram, you can directly take PQ is nothing but modulus of x2 minus x1 directly. If you draw this diagram, you can directly take this. If you are not drawing the diagram, then you can take how? PQ is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus that is 0 square, because y1 equal to y2, and that is nothing but square root of x2 minus x1 whole square, that is x2 minus x1. Okay, so this is how we get the value, modulus. Here also we take modulus because we don't know whether x2 is greater than x1 or x1 is greater than x2. Okay, so ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, diagram ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ನೀವು diagram ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಈ diagram ತೋರಿಸಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ mod PQ ಈ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ, just PQ is equal to mod y2 minus y1. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ, ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು distance find out ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ direct. Okay, because you know that distance of any point from x axis is always equal to modulus of y coordinate. ಅದರ ಬೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ತಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತು. ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬರೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಈ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಯಾವತ್ತು ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಯು, ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ತಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. Okay, you take the next problem, that is find a point on the x-axis, a point on the x-axis which is equidistant from the point 7,6 and 3,4. Okay, see, find a point on the x-axis. Okay, so point question correct agi ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. You have to understand what is asked, okay, and what is given. ಅದನ್ನು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Find a point on the x-axis. Okay, so any point on the x-axis is of the form x, 0, but usually ನಾವು x ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ x unknown ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದೇ x ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಸಹ x, y ಅಂತಲೇ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಜಸ್ಟ್ a, 0 ಅಂತ ಸಹ ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. x ನ ಬದಲು we take some particular constant, that is a, 0. Okay, so any point on x-axis is of the form we take a, 0. Okay, a, 0. So you consider this as p of a, 0. Okay, you take that point p as p of a, 0. ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು p ಅಂತ ತಕೊಳ್ಳೋ. ಈಗ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, they are given 2 points. Okay, so a of 7,6 and b of 3,4 are the given points, ಕೊಟ್ಟ points, correct? Now what we have? A point, which point is on x-axis, that is equidistant. Okay, x-axis alliruva point equidistant from A and B. Okay, that means what? Equidistant. Suppose namge illi ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೈ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಇರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ರೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವೈ. ಇದು ಪಿ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ a,0 ನಾವು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ವಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎ. ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎ ಇಸ್ 7,6, ಬಿ ಇಸ್ 3,4. ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, 3,4. ಸೊ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ಇದೆರಡು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಏನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ AP is same as distance BP. Okay, so P is equidistant from A and B. Given P is equidistant from A and B. Okay, so that means AP is equal to BP. Okay, AP is equal to BP. Now what we have? Apply the distance formula. Okay, you know that distance formula. Distance is nothing but square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. ಈ formula use ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So here ಇಲ್ಲಿ AP ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? x ಇದನ್ನು a,0 ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಇದು a ಅಂದ್ರೆ 7,6. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು x1 y1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು x2 y2 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ಸೊ a minus 7 whole square plus 6 minus 0 whole square. ಈಗ BP ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು x1 y1, that is x2 y2. What we have? Square root of a minus 3 whole square plus here 0 minus 6. ಒಂದು 0 minus here 6, y2 minus y1. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 0 minus 4 whole square. ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀವು ಆಚೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇದ್ದ ಕಾರಣ x2 minus x1 ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋ ಬದಲು x1 minus x2 ಕೂಡ ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, here y2 minus y1 ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋ ಬದಲು y1 minus y2 ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ you know that square of negative number is also positive. Okay, so we have this. Now what we do? Squaring. Okay, squaring both sides. What we get? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು, AP ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ BP ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದನ್ನು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ದಟ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಯು, ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಯು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಹೈಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ಇದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಈಸಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ. AP is equal to BP ಹೀಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇದನ್ನು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ a minus 7 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಹೀಗೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರಿಂಗ್ ಬೋತ್ ಸೈಡ್ಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್? ರೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ a minus 7 whole square ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 0 minus ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂದರೆ -6 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ a minus 3 whole square ಪ್ಲಸ್ 0 minus 4 whole square ಅಂದರೆ -4. 0 ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್, ಹಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ರೂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ರೂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ನೌ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್, ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್? a minus 7 whole square plus minus 6 square, that is 36, okay, is equal to a minus 3 whole square plus minus 4 whole square, that is 16. Now this is of the form a minus b whole square, that is what? a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, a square minus 2ab plus b square. So a square minus 2ab, b is 7, 2 into 7 14, 14a plus 49 b square equal to 36. Okay, here also a square, a minus b whole square formula. So what do you get? a square minus 6a plus 9. Okay, a square minus 2 into a into B. 2 into 3, 6A plus 9 plus 16. So this A square and this A square cancel. Okay, if you have the same term, okay, the same term in the same sides, okay, then that cancels, because when this term goes to the right side, that becomes A square minus A square. So it cancels. Clear? So here minus 14A plus 49 plus 36, that is nothing but 85, is equal to minus 6A plus 25. 9 plus 16 is 25. So minus 14A plus 6A is equal to 25 minus 85. So minus 14 plus 6, that is minus 8A, okay, equal to minus 60. So A is equal to minus 60 by minus 8, that is 4, here minus and minus cancel, 4 2s are 4 15s are. So A is equal to 15 by 2. Okay, A is equal to 15 by 2. Therefore, the required point is what? In the place of A, you have to take 15 by 2. So the point is 15 by 2, 0. This is how we get the point, okay, which is asked. So clearly you have to first use the formula. What is condition? You have to use the condition, that is equidistant. So AP is equal to BP. Okay, then what you have to do? Apply the formula, distance formula. Okay, we know already distance formula. Then squaring both sides and do the simplification. Simplification we have to do properly. Okay, so this is how we get the solution for this particular problem. We consider now the next problem. Okay. Okay, next problem is find the slope of a line. Find the slope of a line. Find the slope of a line which passes through the origin and midpoint of the line segment joining the points P of 0, minus 4 and B of 8, 0, or here we take A of 0, minus 4 and B of 8, 0. So you have to find a slope of a line. Okay, slope of a line we can find when the inclination is given or when a line the 2 points are given. Okay, when 2 points are given. So what is given? The 2 points are given. That means line passes through the 2 points. What is the first point? That is nothing but origin. Okay, the origin is the first point. Okay, so here what we have? P is 0, 0. Okay, the first point P is 0, 0. Then next point, you have to take the next point. What is the next point? It's nothing but midpoint of the line joining A and B. Okay, midpoint of the line joining A and B. So you have to find midpoint of A and B. Okay, so midpoint of AB, that is equal to, you know the formula. What is the formula for midpoint? Midpoint is nothing but x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Okay, so this is the formula for midpoint. Midpoint is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. So what we have? Midpoint of AB. Here A, that's 0 comma minus 4, this is x1 y1, and here B, that is 8 comma 0, that is x2 comma y2. So what we have, that is nothing but 0 plus 8 by 2 comma minus 4 plus 0 by 2. So this is midpoint. That is nothing but 8 by 2 comma minus 4 by 2. 8 by 2, 4 comma minus 2. Okay. So this point is Q. This point is Q. So now slope of a line which passes through P and Q. Therefore, slope of a line passes through P and Q is equal to, what is the formula? y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So here we have to take, what is, this is x1 y1. So here x1 is 0, y1 is 0, x2 equal to 4, y2 equal to minus 2. So that is minus 2 minus 0 divided by 4 minus 0. So minus 2 by 4, that is minus 1 by 2. So this is slope of a line. Okay. So the 2 points here, find the slope of a line which passes through the 2 points. Points are, one is the origin and another one is the midpoint of this A and B. So you have to take the origin and also midpoint of this point you have to find. So this is about the solution of this particular problem. We consider now the next problem. Okay. So what is the next problem now? Without using, okay, without using Pythagoras theorem, without using Pythagoras theorem, show that the points 4, 4, 3, 5 and minus 1, minus 1 are the vertices of a right angle triangle. Okay, of a right angle triangle. See, always whenever the name comes right angle triangle, then we always use Pythagoras theorem. Okay, that is the most easy way to show that a triangle is a right angle triangle. That means if we use Pythagoras theorem, that is a very well known theorem, correct? Always when a right angle triangle comes, okay, then we use Pythagoras theorem. And if they ask to show it is right angle triangle, then first always we think about Pythagoras theorem. But sometimes it is not possible directly to use Pythagoras theorem when the sides are not given, correct? But here you can find the sides, okay, because you can use the distance formula and you can find each side and you can show, okay, it is a right angle triangle by using Pythagoras theorem. But they told that we should not use Pythagoras theorem. So what else? What we can do? See, right angle triangle means what? One angle is 90 degree, correct? In a triangle, one angle is a 90 degree. That means what? Any two sides are perpendicular to each other, correct? Any two sides in a triangle, we have 3 sides. Out of that, any two sides are perpendicular to each other. Then what we have? Suppose any two lines are perpendicular, then the product of the slopes is equal to minus 1. So what you have to do? You have to find the slope of these lines. Okay. So you know that in a triangle, always we get a 3 sides. That means 3 straight lines. We need 3 straight lines to form a triangle. So the 3 straight lines are AB, BC and AC. So now you find the slope of AB, slope of BC, slope of AC. So slopes, if you consider any two lines, okay, if, slopes of any two lines, if you consider, that is negative reciprocal of each other, that means product of slopes of any two lines equal to minus 1. So we prove that, okay. So what we do, first you take that as, let a of 4 comma 4, b of 3 comma 5 and c of minus 1 comma 1, minus 1 be the vertices of a triangle, vertices of a triangle. Now slope of AB, slope of AB you consider that as m1 equal to, see here what is the formula, slope m equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, okay. So for AB we have, this is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2, correct, okay. So 5 minus 4 divided by 3 minus 4, 5 minus 4 by 3 minus 4, that is 1 by minus 1 equal to minus 1. So m1 is equal to minus 1. Next, slope of BC, you consider that as m2. Formula is same, this formula only we use. Here what we have, x1 is equal to 3, y1 is equal to 5, x2 equal to minus 1, y2 equal to minus 1. So minus 1 minus 5 divided by minus 1 minus 3. So you get minus 6 by minus 4, that is 3 by 2, okay. Here 2 2s are 2, 3s are. So 3 by 2, m2. Then slope of AC, you consider that is m3, that is equal to AC, A and C, okay. So here what, x1 is equal to 4, y1 equal to 4, x2 is equal to minus 1, y2 is equal to minus 1. So that is minus 1, minus 4, minus 1, minus 4. So minus 5 by minus 5, that is plus 1, okay. So slope of AC is m3. That what we have, see, m1 into m3 is equal to minus 1. Minus 1 into 1, that becomes minus 1. Now m1 into m3 is equal to minus 1 into 1, that is minus 1. So product of the slopes is equal to minus 1. Therefore what we have, AB is perpendicular to AC. Therefore ABC is a right angle triangle. That implies AB is perpendicular to AC. Okay, perpendicular to AC, therefore ABC is a right angle triangle. Okay, so this is how we prove without using Pythagoras theorem, the triangle is a right angle triangle. Okay, so first you have to take slope of each line and product of slopes is equal to minus 1. Therefore, one line is perpendicular to another. I hope you understand the concept. Okay, solve this without see the class, okay, properly, then take the problem, then solve without seeing the class. Okay, you have to solve this type of problems. We consider now the next problem. Okay. Okay, the next problem is find the slope of a line. Find the slope of a line. Find the slope of a line which makes an angle of 30 degree. Which makes an angle of 30 degree with the positive direction of y axis, okay, with the positive direction of y axis measured anti-clockwise. See, here is the difference in the question. Always if angle is given with the positive direction of x-axis, then you can directly take that slope equal to tan theta. But here angle with positive direction of y-axis. Clear? So what we have? See, suppose a line makes an angle 30 degree with the positive direction of y-axis. Then here, because this is 90 degree, okay, here this is 90 degree, this line L, what we have? This should be 60 degree. If this is 60, what is this? 120, okay. And one more concept also we can take, because you know that y-axis is perpendicular to x-axis. If this angle is 30, okay, if this angle is 30, line makes an angle 30 with the y-axis, then it makes an angle of 90 plus 30, 120, okay, because y-axis is perpendicular to x-axis. So therefore here from the figure, inclination is 120 degree, okay. Inclination of a line, okay, inclination of a line is 120 degree. That means theta equal to 120 degree. Therefore slope equal to tan theta, that is nothing but tan 120. You have to take the value of tan 120. That is how we take. This can be taken as tan 180, okay. Tan 120 can be taken as tan 180 minus 60. If you know the value, directly you can take that. Tan 180 minus 60 comes in which quadrant? Second quadrant, correct? 180 minus theta comes in second quadrant. Second quadrant, tan is negative, okay, tan negative. So here we get minus tan 60, and you know that is equal to minus root 3, okay. Minus tan 180 minus 60 andre second quadrant al barutte. Second quadrant alli tan negative agutte, so you are getting minus tan 60, and that is equal to minus root 3, okay. So this is how we get the solution for this. So correct agi question artha ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಕೂಡಲೇ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ tan 30 ಅಂತ ತಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕು ಯಾವ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ಕ್ಲಿನೇಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದು. ಇನ್ಕ್ಲಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? angle made by a line with the positive direction of x-axis. So definition correct ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ನೀವು ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ಈ ಹೇಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಥವಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕೂಡ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇನ್ಕ್ಲಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಥೀಟಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರೇ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಬೈ ಎ ಲೈನ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್. ಅದು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಂಜೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲಿನೇಷನ್. ಇದು ಎರಡು ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ನೀವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, ಫೈಂಡ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್. ಫೈಂಡ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ for which the points x comma minus 1, 2 comma 1 and 4 comma 5 are collinear. ಅಂದರೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಫೈನ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್. ಕೆಲವೊಂದ್ಸಲ ನಮಗೆ ಎರಡು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಿಗುವ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಕೊಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಕೂಡಲೇ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಯೂಶ್ವಲಿ ನಾವು ಏರಿಯಾ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದೀಸ್ 3 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 0 ಅಂತ ತಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅಥವಾ ಹೊಸ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಏನು, suppose the 3 points are collinear, then slope of any 2 points, that is slope of, if you take a line segment joining this point is equal to slope of line segment joining these 2 points, correct? So what is, you take let a of x comma minus 1, b of 2 comma 1 and c of 4 comma 5 with the given points, with the given points. Okay, then a b c are collinear, therefore slope of ab is equal to slope of bc. So formula, slope m equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Okay, slope equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So ab ತಕೊಂಡಾಗ x1 ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, x y1 minus 1, x2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2, y2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1. ಇದು ab ತಕೊಂಡಾಗ. bc ತಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, x1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2, y1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1, x2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 4, y2 andre 5, like that. Okay, so here what you get, y2 minus y1, 1 minus minus 1 divided by 2 minus x is equal to, here y2 minus y1, 5 minus 1 divided by 4 minus 2. So what you get, 1 plus 1 2 by 2 minus x is equal to 4 by 2. 5 minus 1 andre 4, 4 minus 2 2, 2 2s are 4. So 2 by 2 minus x andre 2. We are getting 2 by 2 minus x is equal to 2. So now cross multiply, that is 2 is equal to 2 into 2 minus x. This 2 and 2 cancels, so 2 minus x is equal to, here 1. So x is equal to, minus x is equal to 1 minus 2, that is minus 1. So x is equal to 1. Here we get only one particular value. Okay, x is equal to 1. So this is about the some problems based on that slope and some other formula that may be. Here you can use area of a triangle also. Okay, so they won't ask the method, always you remember, they won't ask any method. Okay, they just ask the solution in this particular, only derivation, then you have to use the required form. Okay, that means what derivation they ask, you have to derive that only. But when the problem is asked, if the method is not asked, you can use this one or you can directly use area of a triangle. Okay, so we have to solve some more problems that we take in the next class. Okay, so practice this type of solution, practice to solve this type of problems. Okay, you take different types of problems and you solve. Okay, we stop here, we continue in the next class. Okay, thank you.